What's up, guys? This time, we're diving into the world of television and taking a look at the absolute best shows that 2022 had to offer. Now, let me tell you, this was a tough one. The competition was fierce. The caliber of programming was off the charts, and there were some real heavy hitters that kept us all glued to our screens throughout the year. So, without further ado, let's jump right in and count down the top 10 TV shows of 2022, shall we? Starting off our list at number 10 is This Is Going to Hurt. Adapted from Adam Kay's best-selling memoir of the same name, This Is Going to Hurt thrusts the viewer into the chaotic life of a junior doctor in the overworked, under-resourced obstetrics and gynecology department of the NHS. Ben Whishaw gives a career-best performance as Kay himself, managing to deliver the charm, comedy and cruelty required of the role, and mastering the art of the fourth wall break. Newcomer Ambika Maud shines as new junior colleague Shruti, and Rory Fleck-Byrne also provides strong support as boyfriend Harry, both of them often in the firing line when Adam's overwhelm reaches breaking point. A terrific, tragically comic drama that sets the bar for material moving from page to screen, as well as painting a vivid picture of healthcare workers' experience across the UK.
Doctors, nurses, they don't do this for the money. They do it because they care.
Why do you care?
Because it reflects very badly on me if you die.
Coming in at number 9 is The Dropout. A fictional take on the Elizabeth Holmes saga seemed unnecessary. It had been so thoroughly covered in the news and in Alex Gibney's excellent documentary The Inventor. Yet, the Hulu limited series is worth watching simply for Amanda Seyfried's chilling, eerie performance as Holmes. She makes a convincing transformation from an ambitious college student who idolizes Steve Jobs to the deep-voiced, cutthroat CEO with billion-dollar signs in her eyes. Seyfried is nearly matched by Naveen Andrews as Holmes' lover and business partner, Sunny Balwani. While The Dropout doesn't necessarily reveal any new information, it puts all the known details together in a fascinating way. The 00s era needle drops, from Missy Elliott to Katy Perry, deserve a special mention of their own.
I'm just a girl who had a dream to change the world.
Next up at number 8 is We Own the City. While touted as David Simon's follow-up to The Wire, this adaptation of Justin Fenton's nonfiction book is more a postscript to his fictional naughty series about the effect of drugs, crime, and policing on the streets of inner-city Baltimore. John Bernthal stars as Sergeant Wayne Jenkins, the charismatic head of BPD's corrupt gun trace task force, whose approach to law enforcement involves cracking skulls and lining his own pockets at every turn. Set predominantly in the aftermath of the 2015 BPD killing of Freddie Gray, the show hops back and forth in the timeline of Jenkins' career, steadily peeling back the layers of institutionalized, endemic corruption that appears to reach every echelon of Baltimore society, and going far beyond the methods of a handful of brutal cops. It's a fast-moving, take-no-prisoners show that demands laser focus throughout. Simon laying bare the rot at the heart of an American institution that may ultimately be beyond repair.
Guys have locked up and beat on so many people, we can't get 12 in a box we're willing to trust what a cop says.
At number 7 we have Slow Horses. Everybody loves an underdog. Mick Herron's Slough House books are espionage thrillers with a twist, focusing on the rejects, outcasts and misfits of Her Majesty's Intelligence Service. Gary Oldman steals the show as swearing, farting, washed-up spy Jackson Lamb, overseeing a gaggle of operatives in exile, including the recently demoted and shamed River Cartwright. Delightfully, we were blessed with not one, but 2 seasons of the show in 2022. Both stories were gripping from start to finish. But the real delight here is the character work. Lamb's team of fuck-ups are lovable losers one and all. But it's Oldman that dominates. His scenes sped trading barbs with Kristen Scott Thomas's icy intelligence chief being pure, profanity-laden art.
But that's on you. Only screw-ups get sent to Slayer House. And I've got to be honest, working with you has been the lowest point in a disappointing career.
Taking the number 6 spot is Abbott Elementary. Abbott Elementary is in many ways a classic workplace sitcom, akin in structure and vibe to The Office, Parks and Recreation, and Superstore. As with those earlier comedies, a collection of quirky characters, among them Janine, Quinta Brunson, Abbott's protagonist, a lovable tryhard in the manner of Leslie Knope, Melissa, Lisa and Walter, Janine's fellow second-grade teacher, who talks tough to everyone but the students she loves, and Ava, Janelle James, the school's primary agent of chaos and, as it happens, its principal, gives the show its heart and appeal. The teachers of Abbott are overworked and underfunded, and the show acknowledges the consequences of both. Kids are shortchanged. Educators double as entrepreneurs. But Abbott, like its characters, refuses to cede to hardship.
And I think they'll listen to us because they don't look at us as teachers and students. We've built bonds this year that are deeper than that.
Oh, please.
That's not gonna work.
I think that's
Alright, folks, listen up. If you're enjoying the content on this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and give the video a good old-fashioned thumbs up. Let's show the creator some love, shall we? Halfway through our list at number 5 is Andor, the best Star Wars series so far, with an honorable mention to The Mandalorian. Andor eschewed the kind of go-nowhere fan service that's blighted so many of the recent movies and TV spin-offs in favor of progressive storytelling, pin-sharp writing, and immaculate casting. The world-building tends not to be a problem with these series, but it was especially strong in Andor. Following Diego Luna's loner thief from Morlana 1 to Aldhani to the prison moon of Narkina 5, Andor charted the galaxy's pre-Vader, pre-Rogue One days, as bureaucracy slowly turns into tyranny, and how the resistance took shape against it. Props to showrunner Tony Gilroy for shaking off the memory of Obi-Wan Kenobi in Essential, and the Book of Boba Fett, Bad, with one of the most politically vital shows on telly.
You got the money, I got the box. What else is there to talk about?
I'll give you another 1,000 credits to tell me how you got it.
Coming in at number 4 is Pachinko. Apple TV Plus knows a good thing when they see it, so they've taken Min Jean Lee's award-winning novel, placed Academy Award winner Ye Yoon at the forefront, and created something spectacular. In this multilingual series, the emotionally epic story of one immigrant family is told across 4 generations and 3 languages. It all begins with a pregnant young woman's decision to enter a marriage of convenience that ferries her to a new beginning in Japan. Her decision to leave home echoes across generations, all of it playing out in an ever-changing 20th century Japan, where the Zainichi, Korean immigrants and their descendants, encounter brutal racism and class discrimination. Richly engaged with questions of history and identity, this bittersweet story of joy, sacrifice, and heartbreak will have you crying buckets of ugly tears.
반드시 헤쳐나갈 기다.
Breaking into the top 3 is House of Dragon. Those Westeros withdrawal symptoms were soothed this year with the arrival of prequel series House of the Dragon, which focuses on the Targaryen dynasty during Paddy Considine's King Viserys' rule. It may be smaller in scope than its vast, world-spanning predecessor Game of Thrones, but the machinations of who shall succeed Viserys and sit upon the Iron Throne were no less compelling, with his daughter Rhaenyra, Emma Darcy, second wife Alicent Hightower, Olivia Cook, dastardly brother Daemon, Matt Smith, and supposed ally Corlys Velaryon, Steve Toussaint, all amongst those vying for the crown. Full of dragons, drama, devious schemes and lots of death, This series had everything one could want from this most grown-up kind of fantasy. And the story of the Targaryens' downfall is only just getting started.
Exhausting, wasn't it? Hiding beneath the cloak of your own righteousness. But now they see you as you are.
At number 2, we have The Bear. Volatile Italian-American cousins confronted their demons, each other, and a malfunctioning Chicago beef sandwich shop in a pathos-filled and dryly funny FX show that came to the boil in its anxiety-inducing 7th episode. It was there that the tension between Jeremy Allen White's once world-renowned chef, Carmi Berzotto, the uncontrollable world around him, and his grief at his brother's suicide exploded in a flurry of unfilled takeaway orders and meltdowns among his put-upon team. The acting was note-perfect throughout, with Ao Edebiri stealing entire episodes as Carmi's gifted, no-bullshit sous chef Sydney and Jeremy Allen White, and girls Eben Moss Backrack ludicrously charismatic as those bickering cousins. As an interrogation of modern masculinity and the nurturing qualities of good food and real kinship, it was 5-star viewing. Roll on Season 2. Heck, roll on Season 3 too.
Annie, Angel, go ahead, you grab one too. This way we're gonna look like a team, right?
Robust.
Yes.
Mine is better, Jeff.
Okay.
And finally, taking the number 1 spot on our list is Severance. If there's any show that nailed the surreal vibe of 2022, it's Severance. Set at the retro-futurist offices of Lumen Industries, where employees' work memories are separated from their personal memories upon arrival and dismissal. Sounds like the perfect corporate strategy, doesn't it? The show explores the many ways in which we split ourselves in half, especially the parts that refuse to stay put. When the 4 staffers of the Macro Data Refinement Department begin to seek answers about what, exactly, it is that they do, the series reveals its true face as a conspiracy thriller about corporate secrecy, brimming with bold ideas, torturous pacing, and stylish direction. Severance never strikes a false note. The breakneck finale, a masterclass in tension, tone, and sweaty palms, is the year's best hour of television.
Well, I was gonna have a talk with her about my job, actually.
At Lumen?
Yeah. I was gonna tell her that I'm thinking I might quit.
Quit.
Alright, there you have it. Folks, the top 10 TV shows of 2022. It's been an incredible year for television. But for now, let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer brilliance of the small screen and get ready to dive back in for another epic year of binge watching. Until next time, stay classy and keep watching the good stuff.